Okay, good morning, everybody. To Monday, the 12th of June. Yes, Zoom told me today that this is briefing number 1000. How exciting is that? Hopefully that hasn't just caused us a big issue with our subscription or anything, but I'll have a look. If there are some changes to be made, because it can't do more than 1,000 briefings, then we'll have to send you a new link. But anyway, what have we got at the moment? Well, there's sort of a small area of low pressure, almost like a heat low, which is formed over the UK. And as you can see there's a number of troughs moving around, which are going to cause, again, instability. Yesterday, Lasham probably saw a rain rate of about 100 millimetres an hour, or maybe slightly more during the afternoon period. And that developed in a very, very short period of time, from about 3 o'clock, where you had the initial towering cumulus, to around 4 o'clock, where we had a 40-knot gust across the airfield and everything was in the hangar. So just a real good reminder, really, that weather, and in this case, convective thunderstorms will change things very, very quickly. And it's not a force that you really want to try and battle. So making sure your gliders, if they're parked out tied down, we had at least one go for a bit of a walk yesterday. I can't guarantee one won't get blown over if we get a 40 or 50 knot gust. So please do make sure in these sort of conditions you're either de-rigged or you are properly tied down when we get some storms. So these troughs are going to be about, and as you can see with the wind, it's quite light and variable. One saying westerly, one saying easterly. We'll go halfway between, probably say, excuse me, it's southerly at about 5 knots or so. And that will give us a bit of thought for which runway we're going to use. So very, very slack air. And that air is literally just moving wherever the thermals are sort of giving us. But higher up, probably a southeasterly flow as the clouds drift up there. And that was what it was yesterday as well. And really, it's a case of where do the temperatures get highest first and where do the thunderstorms trigger. At the moment, mixed amount of clouds, a little bit of mist and fog patches around. It was very misty last night with all the water evaporating. But for now, bright and sunny, but with poor visibility. Your public forecast for today then doesn't show any showers, but I wouldn't rule it out. There is a thunderstorm warning present. And you can see there, southeasterly wind at around 6 knots or so, and visibility being moderate or good. So yeah, I'm not expecting it to be sparkling today. And the temperature profile today showing in the capital, it may get to 29 degrees this afternoon, and also up into the Midlands, that being similar as well. Dew points sat quite high in the afternoon at around 18 degrees in our area, so it will feel very muggy. This is the sounding. Now, as you can see there, with around 25 degrees or so, that will go. So the inversion breaks and it goes all the way up to the best part of 30 to 40,000 feet. With that sort of tops, you're likely to get severe thunderstorms. We don't know whether they're going to come in our area. As I use my analogy, bubbles in a saucepan. When you cook on the hob, you never know where the bubbles are going to appear, and that's just the same for showers. We do not know where these showers are going to bubble up, but my expectation is going to be the M4 corridor is going to probably feel it worst again, and potentially up into the Cotswolds, Bryce Norton area. But that doesn't rule out that we won't see something interesting as well. So it's a case of just keep an eye out for what is going on. Currently, Lasham, we've already got 19 degrees, dew point to 17, and the picture outside is sort of cloud, a little bit of high-level cloud, sunny, but brightening up, and temperature will go up quite quickly today. Farnborough are currently reporting basically no wind and showers anytime from 10 o'clock onwards. I think that might be a little bit early, but as you can see, from any time from 11 onwards, or 12 actually, prob 40, which generally means good chance, of 15, gusting 25, variable. That's always the scary bit, with showers, thunderstorm and hail. So yeah, worth bearing that in mind. And very, very similar, 20 gusting 30 potentially in some of these storms. But again, prob 30 on that. But yeah, pretty much from lunchtime onwards. So let's just keep our wits about us with it today, folks. I think we all need to. Right, so looking at potential flight distance for today, if you're mad enough to want to play with thunderstorms for a bit, it will be good probably around the middle part of the day before it then becomes a game of shower dodging. Convection probably getting going sort of mid-morning, as we can see here. Lasham getting sort of a little cumulus at sort of 11 o'clock up to 2,500 to 3,000 feet. And you can see that we get sort of, I'd say shallow Q. I'm not going to call it blue because I reckon there will be a fair amount of Q activity with towering Q. In our area, up to maybe 4,000 feet. But as you can see, thunderstorms breaking out right across London, the M4 corridor, and up into mid Wales. And this afternoon, that shower activity continuing. I'm hopeful that we're going to see a little bit less activity in our particular region today, but certainly to the north of us, it may well be more active and more severe. Cloud amounts, well, fairly given. Blue for a little bit, a bit of cumulus, and then suddenly a shower dodging. So, yeah, there could be large dead areas of where there's no lift after all that energy's been used up. And you can see, yeah, about 12, 1 o'clock, middle part of the day, it's probably at its strongest, 3 knots up to 3,500 feet above Lasham. And probably this high and mid-level cloud is probably linked to the weather systems that will, these thunderstorm cells that will go through, because as they reach higher up in the atmosphere, they spread out and they cut off the sun. Last one's looked basically like a nuclear weapon. It was just blanketed out the whole country for the evening. So just because you might not get the shower does not mean you won't get the cloud cover afterwards. Yeah, 25 degrees on there. May see a little bit higher, and yeah, dew points of 14. Okay, NOTAM wise, Keevil is active today. Keevil active, number 31, all day. Yeah, all day between 8 and 4. No, 5, 8 and 5. So Keevil active. Salisbury Plain danger areas are active. Western on the green, number 40, active. And there may be, yeah, there's not too much else to talk about, actually. So just those 3, Keevil, Salisbury Plain, and the West on the green, active today. Okay, operationally, we will be on the main runway. I'll decide shortly which direction we go. May favour 09, although I do want to go down the hill if possible. But if you get the gliders out, we will have a look. Jet movement wise, there's one at 2 o'clock departing to Humberside, Boeing 727, and there may be a 737 air test at some point today as well, but I haven't had that confirmed yet. Lots of water. Do bring a waterproof, because those that were here yesterday got to learn that. And yeah, just keep your wits about you. Have your radio on. And if it does start looking a bit dark and exciting, do get back to the airfield pretty quick. You don't want to be putting the glider away in a 40-knot wind. I can guarantee you we may see some of those if we get a thunderstorm come past today. And be aware also of the fact that the wind direction will change very, very quickly. Yesterday we went from west to east, probably in about 15 minutes, with a wind speed change of about 25 knots. So yeah, it's really not something that, to be blasé about. Good. Okay, that's enough of my sermon on the mount this morning. I'll see you on the airfield shortly. Bye for now.